So today he finally got it to me. It says, I request to have my water shut off at such and such address due to a financial hardship. I said, okay, so I'm gonna have Leroy and them turn that water off. He is behind on the bill. He's trying to get it worked out between his health issues and his wife's. He doesn't have the money to do it. The only problem that I have with it is when I went to his house today to get this, he fell in a swimming pool at his house. So I said, you know, that's gonna be on a bill. He said, I know, we're trying to do what we can do. So we are gonna shut that off. The next one I got, Bill got a written letter and I have it here. And this person had a water termination notice put on her door. And she came unscrewed on Bill, wrote this long letter about she doesn't like it taped to her door. Anybody walking down the sidewalk can read it. She's gonna sue the borough if it ever happens again. My version of it was, just pay your bill, you won't get them on the door. But I talked with these two about it with the water committee. I talked with Bill. We decided instead of him just taking something and taping it on the door, he's gonna fold it in half so nobody walking by can read it and tape it on the door.
I put it in an envelope.
And, well, Bill didn't want to go through all that hassle. He's gonna tape it on their door so that nobody can read it, and that's it. And if we have to put it in an envelope, we will, but like Bill said, then I'm gonna be buying envelopes all the time. And I said, well, how many do you have?
How many do you want?
Yeah. Bill's working on it, he's gonna take care of it. Dave got to read this letter, and I'm not putting anybody's name out in public, but she was very upset to say the least. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah.
I get yellow ones in the mirror.
Huh?
I've gotten yellow ones in the mirror over the years.
So, we're just gonna fold them in half so they can't be easily read.
Chris, like I told Chris, I posted stuff on doors like that for years and years.
I've done it for 14 years now.
And I usually use a piece of tape that try to put it where it won't pull any paint off.
Right.
Or
Piece
anything
of
like
tape
that.
and yellow paper. I know when I walk on my porch and there's a piece of paper, yellow paper with a piece of tape on it, it's from the mayor.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna put this letter in that person's water file.
Yeah.
And I'm going to put the other letter in their file also, so we have it.
The one that Bill sent.
Huh?
The one that Bill sent and the one that they sent back, put them both down.
Yeah, they're both gonna go in their pertaining files.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. Street. Anything you know of, Danny?
No. Chris and Bob marked some of the street down there at the bank for the new concrete and curbing stuff. Other than that, nothing I know.
I had to go down and remark some stuff today. I met with R.C. Bowman and the other contractor that are actually doing the job today. And we went through it. We did a lot more measuring. We stretched my markings out a little bit. Believe it or not, there's a water tap that goes to that tree. That probably used to be a house or something there, but there is a water box in front of it, and it's there. Was there a fountain or something in there?
I think there was, like out at the cemetery on top of Bunker Hill, there's one there.
All right, well, there's
So
a
you can get a drink.
There's a water curb box in there. The problem is Bobby and I looked at it, and we have two spots within, what do you say, 5 feet of each other that are pinging the meter like there's two shutoffs. So he did his checking on it today. He came up with the same thing I did. He said there's gotta be two shutoffs there. One of them is in the sidewalk.
Under the sidewalk.
under the sidewalk going into where the tree is under the concrete.
Yeah, they won't disturb that.
Yeah, we thought that it was rebar, but we were moving our meter around different spots and not getting a strong signal. When we hit one spot in that concrete, it's there. And he is going to have the digger, because they're gonna cut that part of that sidewalk. He said, we're just gonna have to be really careful about what we're doing. He said, you've notified me, I notified PA1 call about it. And we're just, Monday morning, they're gonna start digging it up.
Is there plans to put a curb back in there?
Yeah. He didn't have the plans with me today, but he said there's a plan for a curb from the end of the sidewalk at the bank property there at the insurance.
Yeah.
There's a plan for a curb to go the whole way down through there. We're even talking about where's the water gonna run. The insurance company is gonna be the one that they're gonna have to talk to. So, but they're taking the whole stretch of the shoulder out completely. And they're going to somehow smooth that out and make a small curb along there and redo the entire sidewalk and clear out to the PA white line on the road.
And clear down to the insurance office.
Yeah. Well, they're going from the insurance office to 477. And then it's actually gonna go down 477 about 6 or 7 feet. Cause I was out there and Dennis was giving me direction.
Going down along the road, sidewalk.
Yeah.
Are they taking the step out, you know?
Yeah, that's all gonna be gone.
It's gonna be lowered.
Yeah, I think what the deal is down the side is that's gonna be like a ramp there with the ADA stuff in it.
Oh, okay.
I hope everybody realizes how huge an accomplishment it is folks to get the bank to do this. This has been
Oh, yeah.
years and years of working. Martin Tressler, who fell and landed out on the road.
And then sell
He's probably gonna get out of his casket
Yeah.
when he finds this out. Mr. Sala, who just wanted to bring
it, yeah.
action against the bank and everything, it's a huge development.
Yep, so when I turn in the PA1 call info on this, I'm not gonna charge for all the hours that we did. I usually do an hour on each one, but I got 3 of them to do, so I'm just gonna bill for 2 hours and that's it.
Okay.
Cause there's so many companies involved and each one has to have their own PA1 call.
Yeah. Okay, nothing else on streets for right now?
No, and this, he said he's looking at 2.5 weeks to have it done. So
Okay.
we're gonna have traffic congestion galore. I called Brian Miller, Gene and Heidi and left them a message to get back with me so I could just update them that this is gonna be happening. None of them have returned the call, so.
Okay. Sidewalk street lights. Anything you know of, Judy?
No,
Okay. Sidewalk project updates. I guess we're still waiting on, Alan, right? Come up with that agreement for the landowner, the homeowner. And, gonna have a meeting with the person that donated the money and see how they want it, if they want some held back for future work, or if they want the sidewalks replaced now that need replaced. It's gonna be up to the person that donated the money of how we go about this project. Okay?
I am going to talk to the folks next door to me about talking with Bowman, have their sidewalks fixed while Bowman's there doing it.
Oh, the insurance office?
Yeah, because he's gonna have
Yeah.
2 squares there that are
Yeah.
beyond
They're crazy
repair.
not to, while they're
Exactly.
right there.
So I'm just when, he wasn't there today, but he'll be there Monday, and I'm gonna talk to him.
Okay. Okay. So, fire company committee, anything?
Not really, we did the Memorial Day festivities, and we have an event. We were asked for fire police to help out with Lock Haven with the Best of Clinton County Parade, which we started doing last year. So we did the paperwork on that. There'll be a couple of us going to that.
Okay.
Then we have Miles Township Parade coming. Then we have Avis and Jersey Shore, both asked our fire police to assist with them out there.
Yeah.
But that's not till in July, so.
Okay, outdoor display committee.
I want to schedule a work day to play balls on Christmas nights.
A day or an evening, or what do we want to do? Basically, what we need to do is plug all the decorations in, see what bulbs are not working. We do have some bulbs. Some of the bulbs need replaced because everyone remembers after we got them up, we determined they come with the wrong colors in. They did send us the correct colors. We just never changed them because they were all up in the air already. So we want to do that and make sure all the bulbs in them are good. And then put them away here for a couple of months. So that way we're ready to go for the holiday season. So, I'm thinking, what, 2-3 hours probably, at the most.
Since you're talking about them lights, I wanted to tell you too, and I forgot, I'm sorry. The Walnut Street kids came and picked up the water meters. They cleaned out the portable down there of the section that they needed to take. They cleaned up the floors. They broke down the boxes and cases and threw all them in the dumpster. They took the brass over. That ended up, they had 360 pounds at $2.07 a pound.
What was the cost, what was the price?
Huh?
What was the 260?
I can't hear.
207 a pound.
207 a pound at 360 pounds. And they will be writing a letter to us thanking and all that, because that gave them a nice chunk of money towards their
Oh,
stuff.
yeah. They have.
Sorry, I forgot about that.
Yeah. So, look at your calendars, what date you want to pick here?
Thinking a weekday or a weekend day? Doesn't matter, everybody wants it. Daylight longer, so that's nice. Were you thinking like a Tuesday or? Doesn't matter to me.
What do you got?
Morning would probably be better before, because it's gonna get stinking hot in that building. And the weather we've been having, can you imagine being down there working on that day like today? I think a morning would be best before it gets hot.
Like a Saturday?
What about June 10th? The reason I want to do this now is because then if we don't have the, if we need to order more bulbs and stuff, we have time to do it and stuff too.
Is that a week from this Saturday?
Yeah.
First thing in the morning?
8 o'clock?
Yeah.
8 o'clock. Are you crazy?
Judy.
At 8 AM. June the 10th,
Whenever you can, right?
8 AM.
I don't get up that early anymore.
I won't be there because I'm teaching a hunter's ed class that day. I've actually got hunter's ed classes,
Well, we'll do whatever we can get done and go from there.
every Friday and Saturday till the 26th.
Okay, Community Park Committee report. About the park updates, basically, we went over those. I mean, it's, right now, it's all contingent on what the concerned citizens do as far as for paying for the, engineer. Like I said, we are working in a couple different options. Some of the people don't even know that they're an option yet. We need to reach out and we'll keep, we will have everything finalized by next borough meeting. Okay? And we did, like I said, it found out that it's not playground equipment, it is walking trail equipment. In other words, it's stuff you put out like on a walking trail like this.
Like pavers?
No, it's the,
Are they like little exercise stations when you walk?
Like a soft, is it a soft cushiony?
no, it's stuff like you walk and then you come to this station and there'll be a sign there that tells you what you're supposed to do at that
Yeah, what
station.
exercises?
And then go to the next station.
From the school.
Yes,
That would make sense, actually.
yes.
I don't know if I caught it earlier. Did you say that the cost of the architect or engineer is gonna be lower because if we only have one parcel instead of two?
We are working with him, he is looking into it.
Okay, so he was already aware that we were likely not gonna get those.
Yes, yes. He was contacted Tuesday morning to get him working on his end. So, we'll have all that in my next meeting.
But that is also, the money for that is coming from concerned citizens, which is contingent on getting the DCNR grant, right?
Concerned citizens' money, the only contingents were a signed agreement with both landowners. Since that's not happened, now it's back in the concerned citizens' lap to decide what they're gonna do, if they're gonna give it to us with the one parcel, because we already have the agreement, or if they're going to,
And if they don't, where is the money for the architect coming from?
that's what we're working on right now.
Has
So,
anybody applied for the DCNR grant?
that doesn't happen until the architect draws the plan and he does all that.
Is there any way that you guys can go back to the Nicholas family and see if you can get a later deadline, because those grants do take a while?
The grant will be written, we will, if we receive a DCNR grant, we will have the money in July of 2024. It's not happening this year. It's gonna be a year from now is when we will get the money.
I'm saying if you do not get it for 2024.
If we do not get the agreement with the Nicholas family is that the land diverts back to them.
So they get it back tax-free and maintenance-free for the year, for the, what is it, 2 years?
It's 2 years.
They will start paying the taxes again.
No, but we paid for it for that 2 years though, right?
Yes.
I paid for everything for 2 years for absolutely nothing, so we're
And-
spending all the money with no guarantee that
Yeah.
we're gonna get the land.
All right, and there isn't a grant out there that you can get without doing all this. So, it's not like that, it's something that we're the only ones that ever did this. I mean, you have to pay an architectural engineer to develop it before DCNR will even look at this kind of a grant.
How often are the agreements made that you pay the taxes, insurance, and everything else for the land that you're borrowing? Or that you're hoping to get? That's something that's new to me. I'm just curious, how often is that done? Because I know that wasn't done with the SCAF parcel. That
Yeah.
were-
Just on the Nicholas parcel, we agreed to pay the taxes and upkeep the ground. It is not costing the borough a cent for the ground's upkeep. Clinton County Landfill has been doing all the mowing at the parcel.
Okay.
So the only thing we have in it is the tax money.
That's part of the agreement, I mean,
Yeah.
and taxes is kind of a drop in the bucket compared to the value of the land, and that's what the landowner wanted, and it was approved by council.
No, I'm just
Well,
asking, is
they
that a
take
common,
that
is that a
money
common thing in contracts for land? I'm just asking, I'm learning. I'm trying to learn. Is that a
Oh,
common
it's the
request?
first one we ever done.
Okay.
I don't know.
Are they gonna pay the money back if something happens and we don't get the grant? Are they gonna pay the borough back for the taxes?
No,
I don't think so.
No, it'd be water over the dam. They'll just get their property back and then they can develop the Dollar General.
I hope not.
Something like that, whatever they wanna do with it, because if we don't get a grant, we cannot build a park. Loganton Borough does not have the money to go out and build a park without funding. Like, you know,
Can we
DCNR.
get into that, I can't think of what the name of the group is, it's Clinton County, something that they just gave $60,000 to some folks for a park over in Mill Hall. Can we check that out? I gotta look up the name of it. Do you know what it is?
Casey Foundation?
Yeah, the Clinton County Community Foundation.
That's it.
Yeah.
Isn't that the one that it's over now? They just handed the
I
money
think
out?
they just did it.
Yeah, it's like once a year.
But we-
I mean, when we get into it, yeah, we can
Yeah,
put in
that's what
for
I'm
some
talking
money
about.
to help develop. Yeah,
We should
absolutely.
look into that, cause they just gave somewhere over there 60 grand.
I wrote a couple grants in them already and received money.
So that's where we are. Website updates?
I will change that meeting scheduled for July 13th on the website. And also in June, we will be getting the annual drinking water thing, so and we need to post that by July 1st, don't we?
Correct.
So I will, as soon as you get it,
Yep.
send it to me and I'll do that.
Okay.
And that will also be on that next water bill, correct?
It was on the last
It's
one.
been on,
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
we had to do it before
Okay.
this one.
Okay, any other discussion? Adjournment?
I make a motion to adjourn.
Ellen? Judy? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Okay, everyone have a good